Interpol is telling CNN that Joran Van Der Sloot was arrested in Chile. Authorities and police say he's a suspect in the death of Stephanie Flores, a Peruvian woman who was found dead in her hotel room, or in his hotel room rather, in Lima. Van Der Sloot is the same man who was arrested twice in connection with the 2005 disappearance of American tourist Natalee Holloway in Aruba. This is a story that made headlines for years and years in the United States, and we'll have more on this story a little bit later in the program.
You're at the international desk. I'm Rosemary Church. The headlines this half hour, and authorities say Joran Van Der Sloot has been arrested in Santiago, Chile. He's been the subject of a manhunt after a young woman was found slain in a Lima, Peru hotel room this week. The 22-year-old Van Der Sloot was previously a suspect in the 2005 disappearance of U.S. teenager Natalee Holloway. I want to update you now on a story we told you about just a few minutes ago. Interpol tells CNN that Joran Van Der Sloot has been arrested in Chile. Now, authorities, police say he's a suspect in the death of Stephanie Flores, a Peruvian woman who was found dead in his hotel room in Lima. And Van Der Sloot is, of course, the same man who was arrested twice in the 2005 disappearance of American tourist Natalee Holloway in Aruba. And joining me on the phone now is the brother of the victim in Lima, Ricardo Flores. Thank you, sir, for talking with us. I understand this is a very difficult time for you, but what is your reaction to news that Van Der Sloot has been arrested?
We are now facing a difficult time, and of course, good news for us.
And what are you hoping will happen next? What are your family members and what are you pushing for at this time?
We just want to make justice with this guy, which is a killer and has making this kind of things like twice or maybe 3 times. So we just want justice.
And did you follow the case of Natalee Holloway back in 2005? Are you familiar with the details of that case?
We went to the internet and to find some information about this guy, and we got that case that Natalee in the 2005 in Aruba. For us, it was so sad. Finally, we want, as the family of Natalee, that for the guys to have the justice to put them in jail.
And what are your family members ready to do at this point?
In this time, we are about to go to the funeral, so for us it's a hard time. Maybe after that we have the calm to think about it and make the right decision.
All right, Ricardo Flores, thank you so much for speaking with us at this very difficult time for you and indeed your family. We appreciate you chatting with us here at CNN. All right, I want to get a different perspective in the case now. And joining me is Joran Van Der Sloot's former attorney, Rosemary Arnold. She represented him in a civil case, and she joins me now from New York. Thank you for speaking with me at this time.
You're welcome. Hello.
How shocked are you about this news, not only of the fact that he has been arrested, but of the circumstances here?
Well, first of all, I'd like to extend my condolences to the Flores family. This is a very eerie coincidence, if you want to call it that. And again, we're a little bit closer now to the wait and see point. We don't really know what's going on. We know that he's now been detained for questioning, and we're going to see what's going to happen.
So you use the word coincidence, an implication there that you don't think that he's involved in this murder, perhaps?
Well, I don't have thoughts on that at all. I didn't say that. I'm not here to defend his actions. What I'm saying is that right now we don't really know anything. We are hearing reports from the Peruvian officials that we have, unfortunately, a woman found slain in a hotel room that's registered in his name. We hear that she's been reported missing as of Sunday, and then we hear that she's not found until Wednesday. That leaves questions as to why it took 4 days for them to find her. Didn't anybody clean the hotel room? There are pieces missing from this puzzle, and we're going to see what's going to happen, but right now we can't pass judgment until we know the facts.
Yeah, and we appreciate there are pieces missing from this puzzle indeed, but we understand police there in Peru say that they have video showing the two together. This is before her death, clearly.
Absolutely.
So what do you make of that video? So obviously the two were together.
Absolutely. But then you take what happened after that. They're together, and then Joran apparently or allegedly, as we hear, left. Then it apparently took him a day and a half to, what they're saying, flee the country. He could have just been leaving. And then another 2.5 days to find her. So if they're reporting her missing on Sunday, regardless of the fact that they're together, doesn't necessarily mean that the end result was because of him. Now, again, I'm not here defending him. I'm simply saying let's wait and see. We're going to be faced with forensic evidence in this case probably very shortly, and that's going to tell us really what happened.
Indeed, and I appreciate that, but in a situation like this, with the history that Joran Van Der Sloot has here and the fact that he fled, how do you explain that?
Well, we don't necessarily know that he fled. We know that he left the country. We don't know why he left the country. Look, I mean, it's certainly a strange coincidence. Like I said before, I'm not here to defend the coincidence. It's not looking good, but we just don't know right now.
All right, Rosemary Arnold there, a former attorney for Joran Van Der Sloot, who of course has now been apprehended and in Santiago, Chile, and we'll have more on this. And as his former lawyer pointed out there, a lot of pieces to be brought together here. We don't know the whole picture by any means. We're going to take a short break here at IDESK. We'll have more for you after this. Don't go anywhere.